How's it? Today's Wednesday, July 5th. I am doing some behind the neck jerk for the first time, I think ever. Some snatch things afterwards. And look who I got in the back with me. Is Becca. Hi, hi. Today was fun. I learned that behind the neck jerks are very easy relative to the front rack. I'm not the most practiced on behind the neck jerk. I'm sure I've done them before, but I don't think I've done them as an exercise for the sake of progression. I think I did do them more for just to do them. Like, oh yeah, one of those days where it's like, yeah, maybe you should try doing some behind the neck jerks. All right, cool, yeah, I'll try it, and then you end up doing it, and then you never revisit it. I feel like that's my level of familiarity with the movement itself. It's really odd. So I end up warming up with my front jerk, normal jerk, all the way up to 100, but I do add in a few behind the neck jerks. Um, I understand the mechanics of it. Like it should be a lot easier to do because my head's not in the way, and like realistically, all I'll have to do is push the bar or create separation between my body and the bar. And for me, it's just like sometimes when I end up going down to for the dip, it feels like I am prepping more for a squat rather than prepping for a jerk, which is the hard part. So some of my dips timing is a little bit off. It happens at the top set. So Steve mentioned going to 130-ish today for a couple singles, and then I give myself some room to grow like for the next couple weeks. So that's what I did today, just 130 for two, like um, two singles. Yeah, so you see there, I'm kind of shuffling around. That's kind of when I'm starting to feel like that uh, dip is turning more into a back squat. This 120 was solid. 125 here. Yeah, not as good. And then something that was happening for all of these that I didn't actually include in the video. Watch this. So watch me struggle just standing this up. This is the hardest part about the sets. The jerk itself is whatever, but just picking it up off of these blocks. These blocks are not really a good height. They are already low for the front rack, but then for me it's like, oh damn, how am I gonna get under the bar? You see there, my right arm was definitely not straight as I locked out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I fixed it on this one here, but watch me struggle again. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yep. I feel it a lot in my back, my lower back, on just when I brace to stand up for that. This one's a lot better than the first attempt at 130. Really solid. Honestly, I do think I could probably behind the neck jerk 140. Like even with today, even with how today went, I feel like I could have went 140 today. I know my technique wasn't the best, but I feel like if I had warmed up and given myself the mental like prep to go for 140, I think I would have been able to do it, which feels good. I mean, it feels like I'm a little bit more confident in the back behind the neck jerk. After all of that, I moved into my snatches here, which felt really weird. Steve said actually go for 5 singles at 80 to 85 instead of going up to the weight that I did on Monday. So last week, here's 80 by the way, it's the first set. Last week, if you remember, I went to 86, which is basically what I did for the power clean and hang clean, or power snatch and hang snatch on Monday. And I imagine today would have been the same thing. Go to 89, which is what I did this past Monday. But he said, we'll take a step back here and make it so that these are really, really like light. He is intending for these to be light, right? So, I mean, these feel really solid. Some of them were not the best. Like this one was not great. On my left arm, I am. I'm not very happy with that one. Becca thought it was good, but this one's a lot better. I think the second set, or yeah, second rep was good, and I think this one was good as well. It's great to lift like that, and it is important to know that my lower back wasn't hurting at all with any of the snatches, even with these snatch deadlifts here. On these slow eccentrics, slow negatives, what have you, there's no real pain, and that's a positive, I think, for me, because those sort of axial loading, basically where my spine is compressed, like the back squat, and that position when I'm unracking it off of the blocks for the jerk, that position hurts. And it's not like debilitating to the point where I need to stop, but it's good to know that this doesn't hurt it, because this is, in my opinion, a lot more important than the actual squat itself. As far as these snatch deadlifts go, I keep the exact same weight that I did for last week. He said, Steve, my coach, he said, if we keep it at 110, it doesn't necessarily make sense to push it beyond that, because all we need to snatch in the near future is 110. So if I'm doing doubles with a slow negative at 110, then it should be sufficient for my positioning work, right? And it's worth noting, even though I did this weight last week, I feel like these sets were a lot better. I feel like I was a lot more positionally correct. My chest is on top of the bar here. My lower back is a little bit extended. I mean, it would be great to be more neutral, but I'd rather it be extended than flexed. I think that flex position is what was really killing me last Friday and then on deadlifts on Saturday. Here's my last set at 110. For what it's worth, 110 is 242. And my best snatch, I think, ever is 235. So, like 7 pounds below this. So, what is that? 106 ish? 106 and a half? I'm not super sure. Oh, I went for a pull here just because I was like, yeah, I'm here. Why not? That would have concluded my bar work for the day. And after that, I moved into a bunch of accessories here. Some back extensions. Again, no pain in my lower back. Very, very positive. Very happy about that. Did my box jumps. Last week I didn't have enough time to do them, so I made sure I was able to do them today. That's really good for me. And then after that, I don't know how tall this is. Like, not at all. So maybe next time I'll measure it and we'll see. After that, I moved into my suitcase carry, which I think is going to benefit me a lot in the long run. So I'm going to 85 today for 3 sets of 100 steps. I am using straps. Don't get it twisted. There's no way I would be able to hold on for this weight for that long. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about those behind the neck jerks. I think I can do 140 in the future, like in the near future, 2 weeks from now. So we'll see. But that will be all for today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. Shoots.